Hello. Good evening. Good morning. Not sure where you guys are. Hi. We will give it just a couple of minutes to see if anybody else would like to join us in the room. Lovely to see some familiar faces. Hi, Hannah, Anna, Susan. Good to see you. Dale's here as well. Some of you I can't see. Don't know what you look like because you're avatars, but welcome anyway if you're new here or you're new to this kind of thing that I do. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Damien. And hello to Ifra and Angela and Ellen and don't know if I said that right, or Noah. Thank you so much for being here. So maybe or perhaps you have been a part of this event all week as we've been running it. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Michelle Dale. I'm the founder of Virtual Miss Friday. I'm the creator of a virtual assistant training program called One Sourcing, and I am also the architect of Virtual Co-working Space, which is where we are right now. And if you have been joining in during this event, basically, I discovered quite a while back, I've been doing this for a while now, and I discovered quite a while back that people's schedules are so busy. It's so much easier to give people things to look at in a time that's convenient for them. So this is why I've set up all these rooms, and we've got all these videos inside that you can go and watch at your leisure. So if you're not familiar with this setup, if you click on the all rooms at the bottom of the screen, you will be able to see lots of different rooms, and inside those different rooms are training videos and resources that come with this whole event. So to do a little bit of housekeeping, can everyone see and hear me? Are we all good here? Yes. Okay, just checking, because the amount of times I've been sat here talking to myself for about 5 minutes and then realised afterwards is, quite shocking. So in the final day of this event, we still have all of the training and all the resources available. Hi, Helen. Available to you, and hi, Stephanie, who's just joined. Available to you in the rooms. But today is the final day of the event, and I wanted to do a live session because I do miss doing lives as well. And you've probably seen me in morning mindset looking really hot and sticky in the mornings here, after I just dropped the kids off and things like that, and done my cleaning and stuff. But hopefully I will be able to relax a little bit more and work through this presentation with you guys. So today I want to share with you what I call the success checklist, and this is what I'm going to be sharing with you inside this live session. Now, this checklist is really everything that I would say is the things that you really need to focus on, not just to have a successful VA business, but really any kind of business. I mean, I called this the Working Online Beach Camp. I'm essentially a VA. I do a lot of other online work. I have other online businesses. And for me, these steps apply to everything, apply to all my businesses, and they apply to all of my clients as well. So I wanted to take you through these and also introduce you to something I'm calling the One Circle Mastery, which is kind of like an extension of my training, if you know my One Sourcing training. So I'm going to introduce that to you at the end. There's something you're really going to want to hear. It's something that I don't believe has ever been done before in the virtual assistant world. But yeah, Helen says, not sure if it's just me, but you keep cutting in and out. Am I cutting in and out? Oh, it's all clear for Hannah. Okay, sounds good. So maybe Helen, it's spotty internet connection or something like that. What I'm going to start doing now is I'm going to start going through the presentation. There will be a replay of this, so if anyone does have a spotty internet connection, then do catch up on the replay. For now, I'm just going to, I don't know if you can see my screen as I'm doing it, but I'm just going to move this around a little bit. I'll still stay with you here. And I will share my screen, and hopefully you guys will be able to see this presentation, which is about to appear on the screen. So if you guys can see that, I think Dale just gave me a thumbs up. So hopefully, can you guys just leave me a message in the chat? Let me know. Yes, okay, perfect. So I'm just gonna cover over this YouTube video here so I'm still on the screen with you. So hopefully you can see me, hopefully you can see the presentation. The presentation is the most important thing at this point. So this is the success checklist. Let's go through this presentation, and then if you would like to ask me questions at the end, I am more than happy to help you. This is what I'm here for, just for the love of helping people, really. Okay, so the success checklist, let's go through this. Okay, so today you're going to learn how to create your standout virtual assistant business, and that will give you built-in confidence and authority, which I know is missing from a lot of virtual assistants. It will help you to attract high-end clients, which is what I personally specialize in, and make profitable packages for those high-end clients, and ensure you have the time and money to live your best life. This is, I think, where a lot of VAs fall short, and I certainly did in the beginning of my business. I was dedicating so much time to giving to all my clients that I definitely ended up in a little bit of a health crisis, I think, myself, and it took me sort of a long time to really figure out that balance, and that's when I created One Sourcing, when I finally cracked it. So this training has taken literally 20 years to perfect into an easy to follow format with universal results. And I want to emphasize this. Results are not because of anyone's history or background or privileges. Results are simply based on one very simple principle, which we'll talk about in this checklist. But regardless of age and race and location and gender, whatever you name it, today we are here to talk about an approach that's going to work for everybody. So if you're starting out, or you've been around a little while in the virtual assistant space, this is definitely for you, applies to everyone. And this checklist is going to take you from where you are now to becoming the successful, high-earning, high-achieving virtual assistant you know you can be without compromising time, money, lifestyle. This is my 3 things I do not compromise on. How much I'm prepared to work for a client, my lifestyle choices, because they have to work around my busy life, my 5 kids, you know, and my time as well, which is also really important to me, and it should also be important to you. Not my time, your time. Okay, so to do a quick recap, we went through the super skills in video 1. Video 1 is still available inside virtual co-working space, inside the Success Hub. We talked about the 3 super skills every online business owner needs for ultimate prosperity. What were those 3 skills? It was to build, sell, and lead. Then we talked about engineering success in video 2. This is how to reverse engineer success, so you'll know exactly how to grow your business. And this is something that I definitely picked up along the way after I started having super amazing successes in some areas and then not so much in the others. You can start to piece together the patterns of what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. But the reverse engineering of the success is something I discovered later, and it's made everything so much easier. And it was so horrible to realize I'd spent so many years doing everything the hard way until I discovered this. And that video, is available inside the networking room. And then the final video, goal achievement, how to speed up the process so goals can begin to be achieved in weeks and sometimes days instead of years, is inside the home office, all inside virtual co-working space. So if you've not seen those 3 training videos, you can still go and check those out. Now, here we're talking about the success checklist in this live session. So how to get anything you want from the incredible virtual assistant business you can create. And I love this. And I love my virtual assistant business. And it's taken me a while to get to the point where I really, truly do love it and do, want to jump into it every day. You go through ebbs and flows sometimes where you feel a little bit flat. Depends on your clients, depends on what you're doing, depends on what the tasks are for that day, until you really take control and really design it how you want it to be. And that's what I love to work on with people. It's like designing that business to make it perfect for them. So why listen to me? If you've not heard of me before and you don't know me, some of you do, I developed a multi-six-figure VA business all while traveling and living abroad in multiple countries for the last nearly 20 years before I began training and coaching. That was back in 2011. And I run my business inside my dream lifestyle as a mum of 5 on the beautiful Red Sea in Egypt. Now, if you've looked at any of the videos that I've done, I did a little reel of, my life here in Egypt. It was very much by design. It was very much what I wanted to achieve for myself. And it was my virtual assistant business that came, that fitted in with my lifestyle. I chose the lifestyle and then I chose to become a virtual assistant. So I've been coaching virtual assistants into 6+ figure businesses and really remarkable lifestyle changes since 2011. That was when I launched my very first training course for virtual assistants. And I've created a plug-in and play VA business model that achieves incredible results for virtual assistants, which is called one sourcing. So let's dive in to the guarantee of this checklist. This checklist comes with a guarantee of success. If you follow the steps that I'm about to share with you, I guarantee you'll be successful, but only if you follow each and every step on it. And when you do, you will astonish yourself at the speed and magic of your progress. Many times we often think things are going to take a while. And sometimes, and I've noticed this is in the groups, almost like the people who have got this mindset of everything's going to take a while sort of congregate together, and they're all like, yeah, it's taken me forever, and it's taken me so long, and it's so hard to find a client, it's so hard to make money, and it's so hard to find, and it actually doesn't have to be. And there's one technique that I've incorporated that's brand new inside this One Sourcing Mastery, which I'm going to talk about soon, and inside to One Sourcing, which is going to knock it out of the park. I can't wait to tell you about it. But anyway, quick note, stay with me. This is easier than it might sound, especially if you are new to entrepreneurship, business development, and even virtual assistants. And I will explain how this works towards the end. So number one, the first thing, we're going into the checklist now, is vision. Okay, the very first thing you need to do is you have to absolutely know 100% what you want. The very first step on the checklist is the most important one, okay? Because if you don't know what you truly want, how will you ever know that you've got there? So you need to get clear, very clear on what you want from your business. And how does your VA business look? What does that look like for you? What do you want it to do for you? I wanted my VA business to allow me lots of flexibility, lots of time, lots of income, lots of working remotely. That was 100%. I had to be able to move to different countries and have my entire business not affected by it, that type of thing. I was super clear on this in the beginning. You have to think about how much income do you want to generate? What type of clients are you working with? What skills do you want to apply every single day in your business? And more, what is your vision? This is a very important first step. Then the next step, once you've created your vision, is to pluck out a goal from that vision, a definite goal. I really can't stress this enough. Again, the vision is one thing, the goal is the second thing. So we move into looking at what the next step is for you, of what you want to create from that vision. So let's say you've got this grand vision, or it might be just a really normal vision to you, but you've got this vision that you want to travel and you want to live abroad and you want to have a 6-figure VA business and you want to work 3 hours in a day and you want to do all these things, right? And maybe if you're stuck right now in a full-time job and you've not got off that first step of the ladder and you've never been abroad before, never lived abroad, that might seem like a stretch. So what we want to do is basically take the next step and then go to the next step and then go to the next step. And if you saw the scripting session inside the virtual co-working space this week, it's still up there, it's in the Sky Sanctuary in the rooms, you'll know what I'm talking about. We talked about the next level. So what is the next level for you? Is it to get your business up? Is it to get your website up? Is the next level for you to get your first client? Is the next level for you to get your first £1,000 pounds is the next level for you to take on your first team member. You know, whatever is the next level in your vision, that's where you need to set your goal. Okay, because that's going to be the easiest to achieve, and then we set another goal and we set another goal. We do this incrementally. So you need to get super clear, very clear on what your next goal is on this journey, and there is no right or wrong. It simply needs to be the next event in your business that you're aiming for. So think about the growth of your business, each of smaller events all stacking up. Choose a goal. Then go into the I am. This is really the bit that's missing. I can't emphasize this enough. This is the bit that is missing from most businesses that are not where they want to be right now. So you need to decide who you are. When I say that, you look at the type of person you need to become in order to achieve your goals, in order to have that vision. Okay, how is that person different from the person that you are now? Okay, so imagine in this vision, you're a virtual assistant and you've got this amazing business and you're doing whatever you want to do. You're, you know, like staying at home with the kids all day if you want to, or, you know, you're traveling, or you're working from cafes, or, you know, you get up and the day is your own. You have no particular time that you have to be anywhere. This is like, okay, like I'm living this right now. In my mind, I'm living this right now. But who am I in it? Am I still this same person? Probably not. You're going to think differently. You're going to act differently. You know, you're going to have different values, I think, in your daily life. So think about who you are now. Think about the person who has that successful business, and who can you step into being in order to achieve the goal. So if you're saying there and you're a little bit humble, saying, oh, I've got no experience and don't know who's going to hire me, and it's so difficult to find clients right now, and this, I hate this one, the market is saturated, there's too many VAs out there. That is one that really gets me every time. That is not the kind of voice of a person that is super successful. Okay, that is not the kind of voice of a person who's a go-getter and gets up every morning and loves what they do, and, you know, sits there checking their bank account because all their clients have paid them while they're making their morning coffee and things like that. So who is that person? You've got to be someone that is able to sit comfortably into things like, I'm a huge success. I'm a successful virtual assistant. I'm such a confident person. I'm so looked up to by other virtual assistants around me. I am a sought after VA. Everybody wants to work with me. You have to fill in the blanks. One of the things I script constantly when I want a client, I'm the most sought after VA. I'm the most sought after VA. I'll write that puppy out until I'm blue in the face. And believe me, the consultations start coming in and I pick up my ideal clients. Now, once you learn that how you talk about yourself, how you talk about the industry, even how you talk about the potential clients, you know, if you're sat there and you're saying to yourself constantly, oh, clients just don't want to pay this anymore, clients are so cheap these days, you're going to attract those clients into your awareness, because you're being someone who has those types of clients gravitating towards you. So you have to be that successful VA. You have to be that VA who is going to show up and know your value and your worth. And that is how you build your business. That is a really vital part of it. So now we get more into the left brain side of things. We're coming out of creative mode, going into logical mode a little bit. You also need some practical fundamentals when you build this business. So also on this checklist, we have the foundation as step number 4. You have to create the rules of your business. And I didn't do this in the beginning, and that was a huge mistake. And then I basically decided I was going to create some rules, and life has been great ever since. So every game that you play has a set of rules, and so should every business, because these help you get clear on your boundaries and expectations. Boundaries, expectations. I can't emphasize this enough. You're going to need a lot of both, with the clients, with yourself, with your own discipline, with team members if you decide to expand into a team. So One Sourcing comes with a set of principles and a pledge designed from years of experience of working with many, many different clients, which determines the rules of my virtual assistant business, and I would say if any virtual assistant business followed these rules, you're pretty much sound as a pound. So basically, I determine these rules in my business and the VA client relationship. And when followed, everybody wins these rules. So get yourself some rules for your business. Whether you use the ones from One Sourcing or you can create your own, make sure you have those. Then you've got to pull out that inner entrepreneur inside you. You've got to realize you're a business owner. Even though you might say to yourself, I'm an assistant, you're a business owner, you're an entrepreneur. So you've got to start behaving like one, acting like one. You know, you are no longer in this employee mindset that kind of like keeps us a little bit small. We want to go bigger. So winging it can be fine. You know, if you're new to business, I was winging it in the beginning. I definitely did not have any business background or anything like that, but I basically did it as it came. But even those who coast through business need to have some sort of plan or direction as to where they're going. Now, virtual assistants need a plan for their business, which helps them to focus towards their definite goals. So again, this ties in with what we were talking about in the beginning about the goal and the vision, because you need to design the business around that. Too many people will miss this step and go directly to what kind of business do I need? Posting on social groups, like what skills do I need to learn? What are clients paying for right now? What's in demand? And all you're doing is taking someone else's vision and trying to fit into that, and when you need to actually be creating your own business around your own vision. So the key areas that you need to look at for this are the structure of your business, how you're going to piece it together, your online presence, so how people are going to find you basically, your website, your social media, your marketing, you definitely need to have a plan for that, and then you need to have a plan for your launching. Okay, so when you're thinking about how am I going to get to the next step, you need to think about these things. If you've not done it, you're winging it. So try to think a little bit more structured. And obviously inside the program, I have my One Sourcing Entrepreneur level, which purely focuses on the planning, the strategy, and how to get your ducks in a row to make that work. The next thing is operations. Again, super important. You've got to create your empire. You've got to build it. And that was in one of the videos. Build, sell, lead. Okay, so you need to keep your process and procedures simple and effective. And I cannot emphasize this enough. In the beginning, when I started, there wasn't much technology. And then suddenly social media started to come out. And then things got a little bit interesting, and then more platforms started to come out and more tools, and then everyone was getting like this shiny object syndrome because all these tools and these systems were coming out, and you were thinking that you needed all of them, and really you don't. Like, you need a small handful like that, basically. So getting clear on what systems and tools you're going to actually use and sticking to those, ensuring they're optimized for efficiency, cost, and create a streamlined approach to how you do business and how you do everything within that business will mean you're considerably less stressed and more able to focus on your goals. Everything needs a place. And what I mean by this is when you're designing your business around the clients that you're going to work with and the services that you're going to provide, you need to make sure technology-wise and systems-wise, everything has a place within there. And if you've got things, you don't need things that do 50,000, have 50,000 features and things like that. It's nice. I love all-in-one systems, but I don't like all-in-one systems. I know that Go High Level is like, everyone's talking about it right now. I even have one client right now who's a VA using Go High Level, so not dusting, what? What's the word? Cussing or dissing. It was a combination of those. Go High Level. I've got another client as well in it, and I'm super pleased. Everyone's got their systems. I personally love Podia. That's what I was trying to get out in a very roundabout way. Everything needs a place, and that's my place, basically. Then we have finance. So this is another item on the checklist. You've got to understand your profits. You've got to understand money coming out of a financial background. I absolutely failed everything mathematical at school. So let's just get that out of the way. I left school at 16. Let's get that out of the way. But I went in immediately to banking, finance, independent financial advisor firms, mortgage units, all that jazz. So I kind of understand the importance of knowing where your money is, right? And I also understand the importance of what that means in a virtual assistant business. So too many virtual assistants make the mistake of creating unprofitable packages, especially when we're on the hourly rate type model, which is a little bit of a killer, to be honest with you, in some cases. And when you haven't considered the finances appropriately in a way that encompasses crucial budget, time, expertise, which is a huge one that gets left out, and cost management, then the package becomes simply not sustainable or viable in the long term. And you'll be in this hand-to-mouth thing. Because, I mean, like, there was a time, particularly when I started training, and, as you know, like, this was many, many years ago, I made a lot of money every month. You know, we're talking on average maybe $19,000 a month, or what it was, whatever the equivalent was back there in pounds. And I couldn't understand how I was making all this money and working so hard, and then I didn't really seem to have anything to show for it at the end. And I was able to get clients, and I was able to make more money, and I was just thinking to myself, what's going on here? And it was my packages. It was my packages. They were all wrong. So oftentimes this goes undetected and ends up in an unrecognized pattern of stress, anxiety, along with the feelings of poor self-worth and being undervalued, which are all criminal, really, when you're trying to put together a package for a client. Avoid that from the start and your progress will be much quicker. I literally went into working with, let's say, 20 to 30 clients a month, shall we say, on different projects and piecemealing together different things. And I ended up switching that almost immediately into working with about 3 clients, and I ended up making a lot more money. Okay, so that's something else that's really, you know, important to note here. So claim your clients. Okay, this is another thing, and I talked about this in the morning mindset this morning, that everyone feels that they're on the boat fishing for the client, when in fact the client is on the boat fishing for the virtual assistant. And a lot of VAs believe that they are the ones that need to go out on the boat fishing for their clients, but the approach really should be more about a client being lucky to catch you. Don't go finding clients, step in and claim them. Don't go looking for clients, okay? Don't go fishing for clients. You've got to step into that person who, like I say, is the sought after VA. Step into the person that everybody wants to work with, and you will find that clients gravitate towards you. I'm going to teach you, particularly in one sourcing, there's techniques that you can use. There's techniques that you can use that will put you in front of all those potential clients. But unless you're being the person you need to be, they won't see you. They won't come into your awareness, and you won't go into theirs. So once you're able to clearly know and articulate your value, this is the most important thing, articulate your value, you won't have further issues with lack or feelings of waiting for the next catch. So client relationships are really an art form. So simply master the art and the rest will follow. Then we go into teams. Get a growth plan. Okay, so we're talking now a little bit further down the line, and you're a successful VA at this point, by the way. Once you've got to this step on the checklist, you are doing good. So once you're successful, which is inevitable, of course, you will then be in a place where you can either maintain the success or keep growing. So you can maintain and just stay where you are. Let's say you're a solo VA, you love where you are right now, you're doing really well, you're making money, life is good, you don't need or feel the need to grow. But you might decide one day, well, I want to step back from doing all the task related stuff. You know, I want to step back, I want to do more consulting, I want to do more of this. You know, your needs, as you change and as you grow and become more successful, so will your needs potentially change as well. So decide at this point a plan of action to expand your business. Begin hiring capable people to support you as you grow and to continue to create new goals for yourself and for your business. So you might decide, okay, well, I want to stay solo, but yeah, I might want a VA who helps me with my appointments or helps me with my clients or something like that. So always have like, what are my next steps from here? What is my next goal for my next vision? Now, I always suggest hiring as a great way to start expanding, and I couldn't have got this far without my team. Big shout out to everybody working with me, but it's really about understanding that at some point you might need that help, particularly if you want to take a holiday, something like that, or a day off. You might want someone else to come in and say, hey, don't worry, I've got your back, I'll answer your emails for you. Then scripting. This is my favorite, and if you heard me prattle on about this so many times, scripting is really where it's at right now for me. And I have incorporated a whole entire scripting program. I'm so passionate about this for business development and growth. I've incorporated an entire program. I'm going to tell you what I script when I want more money in my business, what I script when I want more clients in my business, what I script when I want more sales in my business, what I script when I want better relationships in my business with clients or with anything, or even down to more social media followers and more people in my group. Like, I script everything out before I do it. A Ballinger says, absolutely, that's my next step, increasing staffing. Absolutely. Oh my God, amen to that. So basically, as now you need to start scripting out who your ideal team members are, like what you're paying them, what they're doing for you, what that looks like. Are you looking for a strategic partner? Are you looking for someone you can protege and train? So many options in this, and you've got to get super clear on them. Okay, so now that you know all of these steps, write out your story of how you became an incredibly successful, prosperous, and happy virtual assistant, making the income you want to earn and living the life of your dreams. I am not kidding, people. You've got to write out that story before it's happened, and then you will take control of that destiny. So write it all out in the present tense, add to the story daily or weekly if you prefer. I love to script daily, even if it's just for like 60 seconds. I'll script out something, it could be anything. Like, I script out things for my life, my relationships. My friend at the moment, I've just introduced her to scripting. She's literally transformed her marriage through it. She's like, I don't know what's happening there, but it's going great. But write it all out in the present tense. Add to the story daily or weekly if you prefer, relishing in the feelings of success you've created for yourself, and be that success now. There is no greater, more powerful part of this process than to really embody and be that successful virtual assistant that you can be. You don't have to have 10 million clients and a huge income to sit there and say, I am a fantastic virtual assistant and I am super successful. So be that success now, and this process should be really fun for you, okay? One thing that is absolutely essential in anything I do, it has to be fun. It has to be enjoyable. Otherwise, nobody's going to do it. I would have a lot of failed people if nobody enjoyed the process. So basically, it's got to be fun for you and is infinitely more practical than you may presently realize. And again, this is what I help people to discover. So work with me and I will guide you every step of the way. Let's talk about this now. So I have created a program called One Circle. It is the mastery of virtual assistants. There is no other VA program out there like this. It is for a very small number of people who have very similar success ideals and mindset and lifestyle desires that I do, and want to create a really amazing business that they're gonna love. So I've created a mastery group specific to one sourcing and accelerating the success of those investing in one sourcing and in turn investing in themselves. One sourcing is simply my virtual assistant training levels. So I call this a one circle mastery, and I have designed a one circle for, like I say, the exceptions, the elite, those who have trusted me with their business. And for me, this is an absolute experience of gratitude. If you're sitting there thinking, this could be for me, or this person could be for me, or she's talking sense. Most of my family never think I do. So therefore, I will believe in you wholeheartedly too, and do whatever it takes to get you to where you need to be, to where you want to be. This is super important for me. So the One Circle Mastery is available at virtualmissfriday.com/one circle. But inside this event, I'm doing something very special for you. So this is something that is going to open, and we start on the 26th of August next week, and it will be closed then for an entire year, maybe longer, I don't know. But I am dedicating my year to a certain select group of people. Now, inside this One Circle Mastery, you will get all 6 levels of the one sourcing training. This training has completely been overhauled over the last 3 months. It's brand new. This is the training that I release, and I basically update continuously as my own business changes. So if you do one sourcing, you will know that there is always new versions of it. When I learn something new, when I have something new to offer, I will incorporate it into one sourcing, because I still run my virtual assistant business. I'm still very active running my virtual assistant business. I have clients. I introduce you to a couple inside this event. So I'm also offering you, with the training, which I'm going to guide you through and coach you through, I'm also offering 1 year inside virtual co-working space. So with me working with you, coaching with you, there is also inside virtual co-working space a lot of other training and stuff like that. And you will have access to all of that for a year, and weekly calls with me every single week. If you're sat there going, oh, I want to ask Michelle something, I need to talk to her about something. Where's Michelle? One intensive 6-level group coaching program, a monthly group mastery business development call until August 2025, one sourcing recognition package, which is an assessment at the end based on your achievements, because I also want to relish in your success. So I'm going to interview, we're going to talk about it, about how amazing you've done over this last year. Now, this is a year program, right? And it's not going to take you a year to get to where you want to be. This is a process. We're unpacking your business and your success as we go. So by the end of the year, I want to hear all your amazing stories about what this has done for you. Now, normally this is, we're doing the 1497 stuff, $1.5 grand, but I'm offering 25% off. So you can literally get started with me for as little as 110 quid a month for the next 12 months for all the training, all the coaching, everything. I'm going to go through quickly now in more detail what this means. So training, 6 levels of one sourcing. You'll have access to all 6 levels of one sourcing. Foundation to begin with, entrepreneur, operations, finance, clients, and teams. And also the teams is really cool, because I've got a full, and I've never again seen this before, 3 modules inside there, all of videos that you give to a new team member to onboard them, to get them on board and train them and get them in working with you. So it's a recruitment process and it's an onboarding process. So you'll have access to all 6 levels of One Sourcing 2.0 and the training to apply this to your virtual assistant business. And again, it doesn't matter what level you're at, you're going to look through that and you're probably going to see things in there like, oh, I've missed that, or oh, I could add that in, or oh, maybe I've been doing this a little bit differently. So this contains 120 video lessons. Do not be intimidated. We're spreading this all out. 21 accompanying books with the lessons, a Podia website template, which is optional for you to use, but I've created a whole website for you guys with everything built into it. Client area, support guide for clients, initial consultation area, all that jazz. It's all in there. So, you know, if you're sitting there going, oh, I don't even have a website, don't worry, I got your back. In fact, I got your back in all of this. It might sound like a little bit intimidating, all of this, but it really is not. So just trust my guidance, and I'll take you through all the 6 levels, intensive coaching schedule, and you'll get this in no time, I promise you. Then we have the coaching. So it's the intensive coaching. We'll have a total of 14 dedicated group sessions online, which will help you to grasp one sourcing quickly and easily. And we begin with an introduction and a welcome session, which starts on the 26th, and we move into the 6 levels of one sourcing, and finally a group closing session. And then once you're able to master the one sourcing program and the mindset development techniques, because that is a huge part of it, you can really become the master of your own destiny and go forward in your business with a rock solid confidence and unwavering commitment to your success. I really want to make this enjoyable and easy for you, not like a headache. Then we go into the scripting course, which is the mentoring. This incredible course is part of the intensive group coaching sessions and is fully guided, so you can create your most ideal business. So what we do is we do left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain. So left brain, first 2 weeks of the month, we focus on the training. Okay, just watch the training, go through training, ask me questions. What do we need to set up? What do we need to apply? And then the second 2 weeks, we go through the scripting. So this is where we actually then create the business on paper or type it out, whatever it is. So we go through like two very, they're like a marriage. It's like yin and yang, you know, it's husband and wife. It's, you know, they just go together. Peas and carrots. Then we've got the nurturing process. So this is where you grow your business. So it's incredibly important that once I've guided you through the intensive program and got you familiar with the 6 levels of one sourcing, I can then be on hand and supporting you through the months that come after we've done that intensive training. So it's my goal to see you achieve your goal, and I can help you get there. And this is where the connections and the support calls come into play. So once I've understood your goal, I can take steps to support you in the progression of the final part towards your recognition of achievement. And you will also have access during this time. So we get the calls every 2 weeks until we've completed the intensive coaching. Then we'll get a monthly call. So every month until we've got to the end where we have your recognition. But in the meantime, every single week, you can still reach out and connect to me, ask me questions. I will answer them for you on the weekly call that we have. So you get access to virtual co-working space for the entire duration of the program, a whole entire year. And then finally, we've got the recognition, which is only available to people in the one circle. So the people who I've worked very closely with. This is also available to people who I work with one-on-one in my protege, because basically that's the same program but one-on-one, but it's more expensive. So this is much more reasonable for people to come in on the group. So basically this is dedicated to people who have taken the mastery. So after your one-on-one interview with me at the end, where I'll review the success that you've achieved over the last 12 months, you'll receive a certificate of recognition along with a personal testimony video from me to use as a recommendation within your marketing materials, along with a valuable position with a public recommended providers in my One Circle directory. I put this together because a lot of people ask me about who have I trained and who would be good for them, and is there anybody that can do this, that and the other. And oftentimes I have so many people at my disposal, I want to really just focus and recommend people who I've only worked with on a more one-on-one basis. So I also offer a money back guarantee with this. That's how freaking brilliant it is, how confident I am in this. That it comes with a money back guarantee. So this is a promise to you that 1 year from now, you won't feel like you have wasted any time, but rather built a strong foundation for the future. In fact, I'm so confident in your success that I'm offering a money back guarantee. If you actively participate in One Circle Mastery throughout and have followed all the steps outlined in the members area, including homework to be submitted to, and in the end you tell me you haven't seen any positive results in your life and business, I won't believe you, basically. But I will literally give you your money back. If you come and say to me, Michelle, this has done nothing for me, how's that for confidence? I absolutely guarantee it. How's that for confidence? I am 100% certain this is going to change your life, and working with me is going to do that for you too. So to put this in perspective, what can you do now? Okay, over the course of the next year, let's look over the next year, what you could be doing. You could spend hundreds or maybe thousands of pounds or dollars on different courses, chasing the next skill, chasing the next coaching, chasing the next training, chasing the next thing that you think that you've missed. You haven't missed anything. You could spend valuable time learning a skill and then another skill and another skill, thinking it's your skills and you're just not skilled enough. You could post hundreds of messages and comments in social media looking for the answers, trying to get different techniques, equally as much doom scrolling on YouTube and Instagram or TikTok for the next quick tip or the next quick fix to help you over a stumbling block in your business. And you can come out all on the other end feeling you've accomplished very little in the span of a year. And frustratingly, seeking the next step from there. And then the cycle goes on. Or you can make a single, easy, sound decision and choose to invest in yourself today, fully and wholly, and leave all that nonsense behind. So this investment will bring you step-by-step guidance. It will bring you the know-how to achieve your goal-oriented vision and the professional support you need to help you with navigating your journey in an all-in-one solution, which I've literally put together so it can be tailored to anybody. This is not a one-size-fits-all. This is a one-strategy-fits-all, and then we tailor it to you. So, are you ready? It's question time. Would you like to ask me any questions? I have been through the whole checklist now. There is nothing else for me to say. Thank you so much. If you want to talk to me, you should have access to a camera and a mic if you would like to ask any questions, or you can leave them in the chat. It's entirely up to you. I think, yes, I'm still in the time and hopefully, yes. Yeah, I didn't take you too long. I didn't keep you too long here. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen share now and I will just come back to you here. Okay, guys, so do you have any questions about this? Any questions about working online? Any questions about anything that we've talked about inside this checklist? I am here for you. I am with you, and I'm happy to help you. In the meantime, I will go ahead and get that pass link for you, just in case you don't have it. And please do feel free to leave me any questions in the chat. I'd be happy to help. So everything that you need is on this link. This is the full dashboard to get all the training it's still available in there. All the links are in there. All the replays from the last few days of this, the link to access the One Circle Mastery. Oh, also we had a question earlier. Somebody wanted to join the One Circle, but they already have purchased the training, which is the levels of the training. And there is a 50% discount for those of you who are already on the one sourcing training and already have the 6 training levels. So if you have the 6 training levels, you get a 50% discount. If you have nothing right now and you need everything, then you get 25% discount. So just letting you know that. Do feel free to ask me any questions. I'm more than happy to help. I'm just scrolling down now and I'm getting you the link also directly to go to One Sourcing, the One Circle Mastery, which is here. So if you are interested in taking the One Circle Mastery with me and some other wonderful people, then the link is also there. Okay. Any other questions? Any other comments? If you want to reach out to me, I am always available for you guys inside the virtual co-working space if you're a member, or alternatively you can reach out to me on support@virtualmissfriday.com, or if you happen to be watching this video replay, you can also leave comments wherever you happen to be watching it, and I will also be able to help and support you there. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need absolutely anything. I'm always here for you guys, and thank you so much for being here with me today and for listening to me, and I hope you found this helpful. And I'm really, really excited about the One Circle Mastery. I'm excited about working with all you wonderful people, and I cannot wait to get started next week. And sorry, there was another question that someone asked off about what the time was of the calls to attend the live sessions. First of all, if you can't attend the live session, don't worry, there is always replays, and I'm always able to help you in other ways as well if you can't attend the live sessions. But the live sessions are at 5 p.m. my time. I'm 2 hours ahead of the UK, so that would be the 3 p.m. in the UK time, which is 9 a.m. Wisconsin time, and you know that's my best friend's living in Wisconsin, and it's 9 a.m. there at my 5 p.m. So I'm not sure where you are located in the world, but if you're in America, it should be the early morning for you. If you're in Australia, it probably will be around midnight, and if you are in your UK, it will be roughly around between 3 and 5 p.m. Okay, and they're every 2 weeks, by the way. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave that here. Thank you so much. Look forward to seeing you inside One Circle of Mastery. And if you need anything in the meantime, do not hesitate to... oh, look, Dale just did a little never-ending story gif. Yay! Do not hesitate to reach out to me. And I shall see you again soon. Bye, guys.